Hello friends, welcome to our channel Madhyamik Math Class 10. Today we will do a grammar portion, that is clause. Why I am doing this chapter? Because in my previous video someone has commented that he has some problem in understanding the clause. So I decided to make a separate video on this topic, that is clause, and also this topic or this chapter is very much important to all of those who want to learn English, not only for their Madhyamik perspective, but also for learning general English. So this video is helpful to all of them. So be very attentive and listen carefully, because this chapter is very much essential to know if you want to learn English seriously. So this video will be in both in English and in Hindi also, not in Bengali, because many students have commented that they want video in either in English or in Hindi. So those who understand Bengali can also learn in Hindi also. So this video will be in both in English and in Hindi. नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका मेरे चैनल माध्यमिक मैथ क्लास 10 में। आज हम एक नया चैप्टर शुरू करेंगे जिसका नाम है क्लॉज। इंग्लिश ग्रामर सीखने के लिए और इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज सीखने के लिए ये क्लॉज सीखना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि इससे ही सेंटेंस बनता है। सो ये जो वीडियो मैं बना रहा हूँ अभी, ये सभी के लिए है, नॉट ओनली फॉर द क्लास 10 स्टूडेंट्स, सभी के लिए जो कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम देना चाहते हैं या फिर इंग्लिश को सीखना चाहते हैं, वो सभी के लिए ये क्लास सीखना बहुत जरूरी है। तो बिफोर यू प्रोसीड, आई वुड लाइक टू रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय यूट्यूब चैनल, दैट इज माध्यमिक मैथ क्लास 10, एंड गिव योर वैल्यूएबल सजेशंस in the comment section. Otherwise you can also visit this page of the same name, that is Madhyamik Math Class 10. To go to this page or Facebook page, you have to type facebook.com/mmclx/. okay, then you can go to this our Facebook page and you can give your valuable comments and suggestion regarding our videos and how are you liking it or not, etc, etc. Okay, so let's move on to our main part, that is clause. Here I have written that, okay, before we start, I would like to inform you that I have taken all this material from online, that is from different websites. So this is just a clarification from my side that this topic or these sentences or this material you can easily find in internet also. Okay, but I have forgot the source now, but if you Google it, then you can easily access this part also. A clause is a group of words that contains both a subject and a predicate, but cannot always be considered as a full grammatical sentence. So a clause is not a full sentence, it is a part of a sentence. Okay, and it consists of group of words that have a subject and a predicate. This is very important. So this differs from the phrase. One word is phrase, another one is clause. Clause and phrase are not the same thing. Phrase and clause are different because clause has a subject and a predicate. Okay दोस्तों, क्लॉज है सेंटेंस का एक पार्ट, ठीक है, फुल ग्रामेटिकल सेंटेंस नहीं है, उसका एक पार्ट है, लेकिन क्लॉज में एक सब्जेक्ट और एक प्रेडिकेट होना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि अगर सब्जेक्ट और प्रेडिकेट नहीं है तो हम क्लॉज को क्लॉज नहीं बोलेंगे, उसको हम फ्रेज बोलेंगे. ओके, नेक्स्ट, क्लॉजेस कैन बी आइदर इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेस, ऑल्सो कॉल्ड मेन क्लॉज, और डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज. सो क्लॉजेस आर टू टाइप. One is independent clause and second one is dependent clause. Okay, independent clause also known as main clause and dependent clause also known as subordinate clause. क्लॉज का दो टाइप होता है दोस्तों, एक है इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज और दूसरा है सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. ये क्या है इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज और मेन क्लॉज, ये हम अभी देखेंगे. नेक्स्ट बोल रहा है एन इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज और मेन क्लॉज contains both a subject and a predicate, can stand alone as a sentence like in a simple sentence or be a part of multi-clause sentence. कुछ अगर बड़ा सेंटेंस है, if a sentence is big, then there may be 2 or 3 clauses, all are independent clause. That is also possible, but in the shortest form, in one main clause, if one main clause forms a sentence, then we call it a simple sentence. We will later discuss it in a broad way, maybe in a separate chapter. तो इसमें क्या बोल रहा है दोस्तों कि इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज में एक सब्जेक्ट एंड ए प्रेडिकेट होता है. वो तो हर क्लॉज में होता है, ये हमने पहले भी देखा है, लेकिन इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज का एक खास बात ये है कि ये कैन स्टैंड अलोन एज ए सेंटेंस, अर्थात खुद ब खुद एक सेंटेंस बना सकता है. बाद में हम देखेंगे ये डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज जो होता है वो खुद ब खुद सेंटेंस नहीं बना सकता है. यही है डिफरेंस इंडिपेंडेंट एंड डिपेंडेंट में. ओके, सो इंडिपेंडेंट, ये वर्ड से ही पता चलता है कि क्या हो सकता है. ये किसी के ऊपर निर्भरशील नहीं है, ये खुद ये सेंटेंस बना सकता है. इसलिए दिस कैन स्टैंड अलोन एज ए सेंटेंस और बी ए पार्ट ऑफ मल्टी क्लॉज सेंटेंस. और इसका मतलब है कि जो एक बड़ा सेंटेंस है उसमें 2 और 3 इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज एक साथ मिलकर सेंटेंस बना सकता है. बाद में हम इसको एग्जांपल से और समझेंगे. Coordinating conjunctions like and, but, for, nor, or, so, yet, these are all conjunctions, okay, are used to connect elements of equal weight such as 2 independent clauses using a comma before the conjunction. इसका मतलब है कि वो जो दो या 3 जो इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज एक साथ मिलकर एक सेंटेंस बनाता है, उसमें वो क्या and, but, yet, etc. जो ऐड करके हम क्या बना सकते हैं, हम एक बड़ा सा सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं. सब हम बाद में एग्जाम्पल में समझ जाएंगे. लाइक सी दिस सेंटेंस, वी विजिटेड पेरिस लास्ट सितंबर. दिस इज ए सिंगल और सिंपल सेंटेंस. ओके, दिस इज ए सिंपल सेंटेंस कंटेनिंग वन मेन क्लॉज. अभी हमने पढ़ा था कि एक मेन क्लॉज से एक सेंटेंस बन सकता है, यही है इसका एग्जाम्पल. We visited Paris last September. है ना दोस्तों, ये एक अपने आप में पूरा सेंटेंस है और ये एक क्लॉज भी है, इसीलिए हम इसको बोलते हैं इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज. क्योंकि सेंटेंस का फंक्शन क्या होता है, जो हम बोलना चाहते हैं उसको पूरी तरह से समझा पाना, यही है सेंटेंस का मतलब. सो in this sentence, we visited Paris last September, we can understand the whole thing, what the speaker wants to denote, that he visited Paris last September. That is all. So this is a simple sentence or this is a main clause. We will do this simple sentence part later. Independent clause functioning as a full sentence is the example here. In next example, let's see, we visited Paris in September and then we visited Berlin in October. So here 2 parts of a sentence are there. One is we visited Paris in September. Next, then we visited Berlin in October. Okay, so this and is a conjunction. So here this is also a main clause. We visited Paris in September. Then we visited Berlin in October. This is also a main clause. Both are added with and, a conjunction. Okay, so here is the example where 2 independent clause make one sentence. 2 independent clause connected by and. Okay, this is coordinating conjunction, this is coordinating conjunction and preceded with a comma. Here it is mentioned as this. Okay, so this is also example of main clause. We visited Paris in September, then we visited Berlin in October. This is also a main clause. So 2 main clauses are there. Next, dependent clause. A dependent clause or subordinate clause, whatever you call it, contains both a subject and a verb. We have seen that subject and a verb is also present in independent clause also. But what is the difference? Difference is that A dependent clause cannot stand alone as a sentence. So we cannot say that is a full sentence. We will discuss it by giving example. It must always be a part of sentence on which it depends for meaning. So subordinate clause cannot express the meaning wholly, isn't it? So it cannot express the meaning fully. It has to depend on something else. On which part of the it will depend, that we will discuss later. For the time being, you just remember that subordinate clause cannot express meaning fully. Okay, so that is why it is called subordinate or dependent. It has to be dependent on something else. Okay, so this is called subordinate or dependent clause. For the meaning, for what it has to depend? For the meaning, to express the meaning. Reading a dependent clause on its own leaves the reader wondering where the rest of the information is. So let's take some example. See, I have written, this is the pen which I am searching. Here two parts are there. This is the pen, okay, and I am searching. If I say I am searching, then the meaning is not full. I am searching for what? So the answer lies here. This is the pen. So this is called a subordinate clause. Okay, and this is the main clause. So the subordinate clause depends on main clause or independent clause to express the full meaning. You got it? Okay, let's move on. So dependent clause, you got the information or idea now. So dependent clause can be different types. How many? First, an adverb clause or adverbial clause. So first one is adverb clause or adverbial clause, also called a subordinate clause, is a type of dependent clause which starts with a subordinating conjunction. That is, for example, because, although, when, if, until, as if, etc. These are all indicative only. Okay, so adverbial clause, you know adverb, what is the function of adverb, you already know. So adverbial clause does the function of the same thing like adverb. So that is why it is called adverbial clause. Okay, so it begins with because, although, when it denotes time, because it denotes reason, okay, as if it denotes condition. So these are the adverb. It indicates a dependent relationship with information elsewhere in the independent clause that it modifies. That means it indicates the dependent relationship with information elsewhere in the independent clause that it modifies. Okay. Similarly, to adverbs, adverb clauses usually answer questions such as why, how, when, under what circumstances. When the adverb clause is written before the independent clause, separate the two with a comma. We will discuss it with giving some example. So for the time being, just read it and after that we will explain it. Here, let's take some example. We ate dinner at the hotel bistro. So we ate dinner. This is one clause. Okay. And tell me, what is this? At the hotel bistro. Is it a clause? At the hotel bistro? No, it is not a clause. So what it is? It is called a phrase because it doesn't have any subject and a verb. So in the definition of dependent clause, we have told that it contains a subject and a verb. So in at the hotel bistro, in this portion, where is the verb? No verb is there. So this cannot be called a clause. Okay, इस देर कोई verb नहीं है, इसलिए हम इसको clause नहीं बोल सकते, इसको हम बोलेंगे phrase. Okay, and what type of phrase it is? It is adverbial phrase or adverb phrase. Okay, so this is example of a phrase. Now See this. We ate dinner where all the locals usually go to. We ate dinner where all the locals usually go to. So this is also we ate dinner. This is main clause. Okay. Where all the locals usually go to. This is a clause. This is subordinate clause because it answers where. Where did we take dinner? We took dinner at where all the locals usually go to. So this gives the answer, and this is a clause because it has a subject and a verb. Okay, this is the verb portion, and the subject all the locals. This is subject, this is verb, so this is a clause. And what type of clause it is? It is subordinate clause definitely. And what type of subordinate clause? It is adverbial clause. Adverbial clause. I hope you understand this now. We wanted to go to Louvre early. Okay, we wanted to go to the Louvre early. This is also we wanted to go. Okay, this is a part of the sentence. To the Louvre early. This is also a phrase, not a clause. But in the next example, we wanted to go to the Louvre as early as we could. This is example of as early as we could. This is an example of subordinate clause. I think it is clear. Why? Because we is the subject, could is the verb. So subject and verb is there. So this must be a clause. And what type of clause? It is the if you just strike it out. If you say as early as we could, is the meaning clear? As early as we could? No, the meaning is not clear. So this must be subordinate clause. So it depends on the previous portion of the sentence to express the meaning fully. इस पार्ट में अगर हम बोलते हैं कि इस as early as we could, इसमें मीनिंग क्लियर नहीं होता है. इसके लिए इसको पहले का जो पोर्शन है we wanted to go to the Louvre, इस पोर्शन से ऊपर ये डिपेंडेंट है. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज और डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज. अब डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज कौन सा टाइप का है? डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है कब जाना है, एज अर्ली एज वी कुड. सो ए टाइम एक्सप्रेस कर रहा है. सो टाइम मतलब एडवर्ब. ओके, सो एडवर्बियल क्लॉज. Okay, next example. We visited Paris last September due to a business meeting. So this is also due to a business meeting. ये क्या है? ये एक phrase. Because इसमें क्या नहीं है? Subject नहीं है. किधर है subject? नहीं है. Verb किधर है? Due to a business meeting. Verb है क्या? नहीं है. So ये phrase है. Clause नहीं है. दूसरे पार्ट में we visited Paris last September because we wanted to see the Mona Lisa at the Louvre Museum. Here we wanted to see the Mona Lisa at the Louvre Museum. Okay, because we wanted. अगर हम because को out कर देते हैं, we wanted to see the Mona Lisa at the Louvre Museum. It is also a main clause, but it will not form. It is a separate sentence. Okay, but if we make a full sentence, then we have to add because also, and after adding because it becomes a subordinate clause. Okay, so we visited the Paris last September. This is main clause. And because we wanted to see the Mona Lisa at the Louvre. Why we visited Paris? We visited Paris because we wanted to see. So this is giving reason. Okay, so it is giving reason. So that is adverbial clause. ठीक है? Okay, I think you have got me. We visited Paris last September. This is main clause. Okay, because we wanted to see the Mona Lisa at the Louvre Museum. It is subordinate clause. Because reason is there. So what is the reason? This. What is the result? This. We visited Paris last September. Okay, so this is subordinate clause. What type of subordinate clause? Adverbial clause. Next, adjective clause. This is the second type of subordinate clause or dependent clause. An adjective clause, also called a relative clause, it is also called a relative clause, just like an adjective, okay, modifies the noun or pronoun preceding it. So what the adjective clause does the same thing. Only difference is adjective is a word, but adjective clause has some subject and also verb, isn't it? So it starts with a relative pronoun like who, which, that, where, when, whose, whom, whoever, which is also the subject of the clause. So that is where is the subject? This, which, that, where, these relative pronouns are the subject. Okay. So let's see some examples. This is a great museum. This is a simple sentence and one main clause is there. No subordinate clause or no other clause is there. This is a great museum. The meaning is full. So this is a main clause, or this is a simple sentence. Okay. So this is a great museum. What is the where is the adjective here, or what is the adjective? Great. Okay. Next, this is a museum that we visited last year. This is a museum. This is main clause, just like this main clause. Okay, that we visited last year. That year is the subject. Okay, verb visited. So it is also a subordinate clause. What type of subordinate clause? It denotes the first part. Okay, so or it modifies the first part. So it is called an adjective clause. समझ गया दोस्तों? ये जो पार्ट है दैट वी विजिटेड लास्ट ईयर, ये एक सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है. ये समझ में आ रहा है क्योंकि दैट, अगर हम किसी सेंटेंस को दैट से शुरू करते हैं तो उसका मतलब फर्स्ट में कुछ पार्ट होगा. ठीक है. सो दैट वी विजिटेड लास्ट ईयर, ये बोलने से हमारा सेंटेंस का मीनिंग पूरा नहीं होता है. इसके लिए हमें पहले वाले हिस्से में जाना पड़ता है. दिस इज ए म्यूजियम. सो दैट वी विजिटेड लास्ट ईयर, ये पोर्शन को हम बोल सकते हैं कि सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है. और ये सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कौन सा टाइप का सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है? एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज. ओके. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल, इन पेरिस वी मेट गुड फ्रेंड्स. सो दिस इज आल्सो a simple sentence, or what should I called? Main clause, only main clause. So in Paris we met good friends. Here what is the adjective? This one, good friends. Okay. And in next sentence, in Paris we met friends whom we have not seen for years. So in Paris we met friends. This is also the same portion, so it is a main clause. In Paris we met friends. Okay. Next, whom we have not seen for years. Whom we have not seen for years. This whom says that some portion is there. So this should be okay. The whom is subject here, and we have not seen. Have not seen is the verb. So this should be a clause, isn't it? What type of clause it is? This is in Paris we met friends. This is main clause. Whom we have not seen for years. So this portion, whom we have not seen for years, this is a subordinate clause. And what type of subordinate clause? An adjective clause. Okay. Okay. Please note that we use who, whom, whoever and whomever when the adjective clause refers to a person or a living thing, person or living thing, or an animal. Okay, any living thing we address as who, whom, whoever and whomever. But to denote a non-person or non-living thing, okay, so we use which. Okay. See that example. The French lady who was our tour guide turned out to be a distant relative of ours. Here who means this French lady. The French lady who was our tour guide turned out to be a distant relative of ours. हम किसी लिविंग पर्सन और एनिमल को बुझाने के समझाने के लिए who, whom, whoever, whomever यूज करते हैं, और किसी नॉन लिविंग और नॉन पर्सन को बुझाने के समझाने के लिए which यूज करते हैं. ओके. Here the French lady who was our tour guide turned out to be a distant relative of ours. ठीक है, ये who किसको डिनोट कर रहा है? ये फ्रेंच लेडी को. सो फ्रेंच लेडी ये पर्सन है, इसलिए who यूज किया हमने. इधर which हम यूज नहीं कर सकते. ओके. अगर आपको समझ में आ गया कि कौन सा इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है और कौन सा डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है और कौन सा एडजेक्टिव क्लॉज है, तो प्लीज मुझे बताइए कि इस सेंटेंस में द फ्रेंच लेडी हु वाज आवर टूर गाइड टर्न्ड आउट टू बी अ डिस्टेंट रिलेटिव ऑफ आवर्स, इसमें मेन क्लॉज कौन सा पार्ट है, सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कौन सा पार्ट है, आप मुझे बताइए. अगर आपको अभी तक मेरा जो सेशन है समझ में आया तो आप बोल सकते हैं कि इसमें द main clause is the French lady turned out to be a distant relative of ours. Maybe this French lady is in the beginning, but that is not the problem. So the main clause is the French lady. This is the main clause. The French lady turned out to be a distant relative of ours. This is the main clause, and the subordinate clause is who was our tour guide. Okay, this is the subordinate clause, who was our tour guide. Okay. In next example, our hotel, which was built in 1830, had an excellent bistro. So here which is denoting this hotel. So hotel is a non-living or non-person, so we use it which. Okay. So in this sentence, please tell me which one is the main clause and which one is the subordinate clause. See, you can answer me that our hotel had an excellent bistro. This is the main clause. If you find this, then you are completely able to understand now what is main clause and what is subordinate clause. Our hotel had an excellent bistro. This is the main clause, and subordinate clause is which was built in 1830. So this is main clause and this is subordinate clause. Okay. Number 3, noun clause. So we have so far seen two types of subordinate clause. There is one adverbial clause, another is adjective clause. Now we will look at the noun clause. Okay. So 3 types of subordinate clause are there. Subordinate clause, another name is dependent clause, isn't it? So subordinate clause or dependent clause, 3 types of dependent clause are there: adverbial clause, adjective clause, noun clause. So noun clause acts just like a noun. Noun clause functions just as a noun, meaning that it can be a subject, object or complement in a sentence. So we can use noun clause as a subject of a sentence, as an object of a sentence, or a complement of a sentence. This is important. We can use noun clause in 3 different ways: subject of a sentence, object of a sentence और complement of a sentence. Noun clause को हम 3 तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं. एक तो subject मतलब समझाने के लिए, दूसरा है object समझाने के लिए एक sentence का, और तीसरा है उस sentence का complement समझाने के लिए. हम example देके इसको समझेंगे. It starts with the same words that begin adjective clause. This is very confusing. Adjective clause जिससे शुरू होता है, जैसे that, who, which, when, where, whether, why, how. Noun clause भी same उसी वर्ड से शुरू होता है, लेकिन इसमें ही confusion आता है. ठीक है, हमको कैसे समझना है कि एक सेंटेंस में क्या वो सब्जेक्ट डिनोट कर रहा है और ऑब्जेक्ट डिनोट कर रहा है और कॉम्प्लीमेंट डिनोट कर रहा है. अगर ये 3 चीजें डिनोट कर रहा है देन इट इज ए नाउन क्लॉज. अदरवाइज अगर वो सेंटेंस में एडजेक्टिव की तरह यूज हो रहा है देन इट इज एन एडजेक्टिव clause. Okay. See, the Louvre Museum was amazing. The Louvre Museum was amazing. What is the noun here? The Louvre Museum. Okay, this is the noun. So this is not a word, this is a phrase. The Louvre Museum, 3 words are there. So this is noun phrase. Here it is a noun phrase. Okay, it is working, it is functioning as the subject of the sentence, the Louvre Museum. Okay, but in next example, what we saw at the Louvre Museum was amazing. So what we saw at the Louvre Museum, okay, this is the noun clause, because it is why it is see, what is used also in adjective clause, but here what we saw at the Louvre Museum, this is not an adjective clause because it is working as a noun for the sentence, so it is called a noun clause. Okay, what we saw at the Louvre Museum, this is a noun clause. Next, we loved what we saw at the Louvre Museum. We loved, so this is we loved, this is simple main clause, we loved. What we saw at the Louvre Museum, this is working as an object of the first part, isn't it? So this is also a noun clause. Okay, what we saw at the Louvre Museum, this is also a noun clause. You got it? Next, the best thing we liked was what we saw at the Louvre Museum. The best thing we liked, this is a separate part. Okay, what we saw at the Louvre Museum, this is a separate part, this is also a subordinate clause. What we saw at the Louvre Museum, this is the complement, it is complementing the first portion, isn't it? ये complement कर रहा है, हम क्या पसंद कर रहे थे वो है what we saw at the Louvre Museum. This is complement, so this is also a noun clause. Okay, so in this session what we have learned so far, we have learned what a clause is, what is the difference between clause and phrase. Okay, what type of clause are there? There are 2 types, main clause and subordinate clause. Okay, how many types of subordinate clauses are there? 3 types we have read: adverb, adjective and noun clause, and how they are formed, okay, and how they are used. So this is this session is all about clauses. So I think all the concept regarding clause is clear now. If you find any difficulty in understanding this lesson, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. Otherwise, you can also give your feedback in our Facebook page. Okay, and if you like this video and want to see more video, then please subscribe our channel, that is Madhyamik Math Class 10, and share our video among your friends. In the next lesson, we will discuss about different types of sentence forming by clauses, different type of clauses. So there are 3 types of sentences: simple, complex and compound according to structure. Simple, complex and compound. Okay, this portion directly relates to this clause. So if you permit me, I will discuss about this 3 types of sentences in the next lesson. Please give your valuable suggestions below, or you can also give your suggestion to our Facebook page. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next video.